Philip, do you have a minute? Sorry, I know you're at work right now.
It's fine, I'm not too busy at the moment. What's up?
The fridge is broken.
Oh no, here we go. Another load of money down the drain. Did any water leak out from it?
I noticed it early on, so it didn't leak, thank God. But I think the food and condiments inside the fridge will likely go bad. I'll have to throw it out. I hate throwing stuff out, but I don't have a choice.
Yeah, I think you'll have to. But like you said, there's nothing that can be done. I wish I was there to help. It seems like you're always alone when stuff like this comes up.
It's okay. It's not your fault that you're away for work. I couldn't work as hard as you do. I really appreciate you. But you're coming home next month, right? I miss you so much.
I sure am. I miss you too. I won't have any extended business trips for a while, so I'll be around more. At first it was exciting and all, but it's just tiring now. I can't wait to spend some time with you, especially since I've been gone for half a year already.
Yeah, it's been a long time already. It's difficult sometimes being away from each other. Anyway, back to the fridge problem. I called the repair number, but our warranty has expired. I think we might have to get a new one.
That's fine. We've been using that fridge for a while now. Do you remember when we first got it? We thought it was state-of-the-art.
This might sound stupid, but I really want to pick out the new fridge with you. It's kind of like a couple's dreamy thing for me. But you won't be back until next month, right? You know I'd rather pick it out together, but is it okay if I choose a new fridge by myself?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead. I'll leave it up to you.
Okay, I'll take care of it. I'm the woman of the house after all. Since we're getting a new fridge, we should get a bigger one.
I agree. I think the one now is quite small. There's barely enough room for all my beer.
That's just because you drink too much. But it is a good point. Actually, I've had my eye on this one fridge for some time now.
You have? That didn't take long.
But I won't lie. It's a bit expensive.
I'm sure it's fine. Might as well get a well-known brand one for the quality. A few of my friends bought cheap fridges and they all broke within a year. How much is it anyway?
You're going to be shocked. It's about $2,000.
Whoa, that is a fair amount of money. But it's fine. If that's what it costs, I guess we have to pay. I'll send over some money soon.
Are you sure? I really thought you'd be more reluctant.
No, I get it. It's a good investment for sure. The old one was just cheap anyway. I'm sure we'll be using the new one for a long time. There's no harm in forking out a bit more.
Thank you.
I should be the one saying thank you. You have to take care of our home while I'm away.
You don't have to thank me, silly. It's my job. I'll be waiting for you at home. So I'll go ahead and order the new fridge, okay?
Yeah, sure, sounds good. I feel like appliances these days break so easily. Last month, you said the vacuum cleaner was broken, right? And before that, it was the toaster?
Yeah, I wonder why. I hope it's not because of me.
I hope not. It's most likely just the life expectancy of these appliances. They're designed to break after a certain amount of years. I'm sure it's not to do with you. And besides, we haven't gotten any new ones since we've been married.
That's very true. Most of our appliances are the ones we've owned before we got married. How crazy is that? It's been a while.
Well, our situation has definitely changed since that time, even if it is only 2 years. Now we're a bit more financially stable, so we can get new ones that we both like from now on. I'll be back next month, so I can help too.
I can't wait. I'm excited to have you home.
Anyway, I have to get back to work. I'll send you the money later.
Thanks. I hope work goes okay. Thanks for sending the money.
Hi, Clarissa. Sorry for bothering you. You gave me this number in the event of an emergency, and this is kind of urgent.
Is this Philip from room 203?
Yes, that's me. Sorry for the random text message. I went to your house today, but you weren't home.
I'm out shopping right now. Can I help you with something?
I just got back from an extended business trip, but I couldn't open the door. Were the locks changed by any chance?
Yeah, they've been changed. I must have forgot to tell you, sorry.
I suppose it's no problem. Since you're the landlord, you have a spare key, right? I would really appreciate if you could open the door for me when you get back. I tried to contact my wife, but she hasn't responded.
Your wife stopped paying rent, so I had to ask her to leave. Did your wife not tell you about this? She's been dodging rent for months. I gave her a few months leeway, but it was getting a bit ridiculous.
What? She's fine for money. I always send her the rent money every month. You kicked her out? I don't get it. What do you mean she didn't pay the rent?
Honestly, I have no idea. I'm the one who should be asking questions about where my money was.
I'm sorry, I'm just shocked. I knew nothing about this. Sorry for being so blunt with you. I'm just a bit confused with the whole situation. I wonder why she didn't pay.
How should I know? I just know that she stopped a while back. I think she stopped about 5 months ago, maybe 6. When I asked her about it, she said she didn't have the money.
No, that's not possible. I always make sure she has that money. I provide for my family. This just isn't possible. Something else must be going on.
I don't mean to pry, so please take this with a grain of salt. But if that is true, then maybe your wife is using that money for something else.
Whoa. Now hold on just a minute. You're saying my wife is lying to me? She wouldn't do that. Do you really think she'd be trying to trip me for my money?
I'm really sorry, but I have no idea what's going on here. But she said she couldn't pay the rent, so I had to kick her out.
I can't believe she didn't tell me about any of this.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, but I have no reason to lie here. I have the bank statements to prove that I didn't receive any money from your bank account for the past 5 months.
No, I wasn't saying you were lying. It's fine. I'm just shocked. Sorry, I didn't mean to doubt you. I honestly don't know what's going on.
Again, I don't mean to pry, but I feel like you do know what's going on at least a little.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Well, didn't you two get a divorce?
Divorce? What are you on about?
Your wife said you gave her the divorce papers and then left. I felt bad for her, so I let her stay here for 5 months. But I had to ask her to leave eventually. I don't like being hardline in all of this.
You've completely lost me with all this stuff now. I've been on a business trip. All this talk of divorce, it's all total crap. I don't believe you heard all this. I even talked to Joanne on the phone yesterday. She said she would be waiting for me at home. We've both been missing each other so much.
I hate to break it to you, but she left over a week ago.
That's not possible. Yesterday, she told me that she would prepare a slap-up meal for me to celebrate my homecoming.
Oh, man.
Yeah?
I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I know this might hurt, but I think she lied to you.
Lied to me? My own wife?
Yeah, your wife. People aren't always as pure as they seem. Don't get me wrong, I don't know the details of your relationship, but you were gone for quite a while, right? That's a long time for her to go off and do some naughty things.
Well, yeah, I was gone for 6 months, but that's not long enough for her to lose interest in me, surely.
I don't know, man. 6 months is a long time for a couple to be apart. And you sent her money every month, right? Kinda sounds like you're being played.
Of course I sent her money. It's called being in a committed relationship. In addition to rent and other living expenses, I also gave her an extra $1,000 per month for her to spend on herself. You can say what you want about me, but I'm no cheapskate.
Dang, that is a chunk of change. It's plenty for a single person to live a happy life if they don't splurge, that is.
Well, that was the idea. I would also send her extra money if she had other things that she wanted to buy. So she definitely had the money to pay rent. I can't believe all of this.
Well, regardless of the reasoning, it's a fact that she doesn't live here anymore. Anyways, I'm sorry to cut this short, but I'm almost home. If you want, I can let you see the apartment room, but the room is completely empty.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to still see it for myself. I need to see it to believe it.
Okay, in that case, I'll pop over. I shouldn't be too long.
I'm sorry that you were blindsided. I never meant for you to find out like this.
What is going on, Joanne? Can't we talk on the phone? I hate doing serious chats over Messenger. The nuance always gets lost.
I'm sorry, but I can't call. I can't express what I want to say over the phone. It's harder for me.
What do you mean? We've been married for years and you can't call me? I don't understand what's going on. Clarissa said you told her we got a divorce and you didn't pay rent. It's clearly all lies, but why would she think that in the first place?
I know it's shocking, but they aren't lies. I didn't know how to tell you this, but I'm not sure if I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I know we're married, but I have to be honest with myself about this.
What? You can't just spring this on me. We're happy together, aren't we?
I mean, you're always going to have these super long business trips over the next 2 or 3 years, right? I can't stand that you're always away. The more times I'm left alone, the more I can't help but think that I can't handle being part of a long-distance relationship so often.
I'm sorry for being away all the time. I know it's a huge stress on our relationship, but you knew the situation before we got married. We still managed to do so many incredible things together. You don't want that to stop, do you?
I know I signed up for it, but I didn't know I'd feel this lonely. It's awful at times. I'm so sorry if this is offending you or anything. I want to be 100% honest with you, though.
I'm at a loss for words, I really am. I can't wrap my head around this whole thing. So aside from not wanting to be with me, why didn't you pay rent? Why did you leave the apartment without telling me? You should have discussed this with me. Regardless of whether you want to be with me or not, they affect both of us.
I'm sorry about the rent. I needed some extra money so I could leave.
So you've been planning this for 5 months?
I can't remember when I started to plan it, but to be honest, I'd been feeling this way since the last time you were away. You can just deduct the amount that I owe you from my share of the property when we divide everything.
No, wait. Don't do this to me. I don't want to get a divorce. I want to figure this out with you. Where are you? I know you didn't go back to your parents' house. I've already called them to check.
I need to clear my head. I just want to be alone right now.
Can't you come home? I want to talk to you in person and figure this out. We can get through this. We've been through so much together. This is a minor blip for us.
Not this time. I'm over us. There's nothing to save.
So you're totally out of love with me? I don't even have any business trips for a while. If you're lonely, then I'll try to keep my business trip short. You've never brought this up, so I've never had a chance to talk to my bosses about my situation.
You and I both know that's not possible. Your company needs you for those trips.
Then I'll change my job. I'll do anything to be with you.
But you love your job. You're always filled with so much joy when you're away on business. You don't have to change your job for me. The truth is, since you've been gone for so long, I'm not sure if I still love you.
So I was right? You don't love me anymore?
I have the divorce papers and your belongings in a storage nearby. I'll send you the access code later.
Please, Joanne, don't do this. Let's figure this out together.
I don't want to figure this out, and that's why I left you in the first place. I just want to be alone right now.
Hi, Clarissa. Thank you for letting me stay at the apartment last night. I really appreciate you lending me a sleeping bag and everything.
No worries, the room was empty anyways. It was no stress for me to let you crash there. Are you sure everything's okay?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I still feel like this whole thing is just a dream.
I bet. It's so sudden that it must be hard to wrap your head around. What did your wife say?
She said I was gone for so long that she doesn't know if she still loves me. She said she was lonely. I just don't get it. I know I was away for a long time, but we always have so much fun when we're together.
You haven't been married for that long though, right?
We've only been married for 2 years. Yeah.
2 years is a second in marriage terms. I really do hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your wife never seemed lonely.
2 years is long enough to be fully committed to someone. And what do you mean she didn't seem lonely?
If she had paid the rent and behaved, I wouldn't be so nosy. But just so you know, I'm not a nosy person normally, but these are pretty special circumstances. I saw your wife with some guy at the house quite a few times. It could have been a family member or a friend.
My wife doesn't have any siblings. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have any close friends that are guys. I'd have heard some names if she had.
That's odd. I wonder who that guy was then.
It's a mystery for sure. Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. She can't have been with another guy. She's my wife, mine!
I'm sorry. Are you okay? Well, you can stay at the apartment for the meantime. Take as long as you need. I'm sure you have a lot to figure out.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I don't know what I should do. I'm so confused at the moment. I feel like everything in my life is crumbling down.
I know it must be hard for you, but you have to confront her. If you don't, you can't move on. You'll forever be thinking about the what if. You don't want that. You wouldn't want to have any regrets. Trust me, I'm a bit older than you and relationship regrets suck.
I know, but confronting her is so hard. How would I even start that conversation?
It's better to know the truth, and if it's meant to be, then it will be. Let me know if there's anything that I could do to help. Don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you again. It's so nice to have someone I can talk to about this stuff.
There's no need to say thank you. Just take care of yourself. By the way, I have something to show you, so I'll head over in a bit.
Okay, thank you for everything. Joanne, I've made up my mind. I'll sign off on the divorce. You've got what you wanted.
Really? Oh, I'm so relieved. I thought you'd never budge. Thank you, really.
As for the alimony, my lawyer and I have created a draft for our divorce settlement agreement. I'll send it to you right now, so please take a look. I'll send it to your email.
Great. I just received it. I'll take a look right now.
Great, thanks.
What on earth is this? You're joking, right? This is ridiculous.
What do you mean? It's pretty standard.
This says I have to pay you? Why do I have to pay you? I've done nothing wrong, but I'm the one paying?
Well, is that wrong? I thought it would be kind of obvious that you would be the one paying.
Of course it's wrong. I shouldn't have to pay anything. This isn't right. You're taking me for a ride.
Well, you're the reason we're getting a divorce.
No, I'm not. It's your fault. We've been through this.
My fault. What messed up thought process have you done to arrive at me being the one to blame?
You left me alone while you were away for work. We were newlyweds, but I didn't feel loved at all. If a man doesn't love his woman and pushes her away, then he's the reason for the divorce.
You want to get a divorce because you don't love me anymore.
Well, that may be true to a certain degree, but that's still your fault. You caused my emotions to change. And you're asking me to pay spousal support? You really can't expect me to pay this.
I can't expect it, and I will be getting lawyers involved if you don't. I have something to ask you, though. Why'd you buy a new fridge?
Well, that's random. Why are you bringing this up now? I told you the old one was broken. It's not rocket science.
Was it really broken, though? I want to see the receipt for the new fridge that you've purchased. I find it weird that you want to buy a new fridge when you plan on getting a divorce in the first place. If you were planning to leave me, why'd you buy new appliances?
So you're telling me that I should have lived without a fridge until I moved out?
But why did you buy such an expensive fridge?
Well, I couldn't tell you that I was planning on leaving, so I just played along as if I wasn't.
Was it the same for the vacuum cleaner? And the toaster, too?
Well, I needed those appliances for my everyday life. I don't see why it's weird for me to want to have functioning household items.
If they were purely bought to tide you over until you moved out, then why do you get to keep all the appliances? Since it belonged to our family, it should be included in the family asset allocation. It's not like you purchased it with your own money. If anything, I should be allowed to keep them as I'm the one who paid for them.
No way! Don't try and spin this. You're so cheap. You should really think about how you come across when you try to find someone new.
Cheap? I'm not cheap. I sent you money every single month. I went without luxuries when I was away, just so you could have some more creature comforts.
We'll have to agree to disagree on this one. Why can't you just let me have the appliances? I was the woman of the house. Doesn't it seem logical that I get the kitchen items? Would it kill you to let me have these appliances?
It wouldn't kill me, but it would fill me with an overall feeling of being taken for a ride. They were all very expensive items. And you should have told me what was going on before you bought them.
You know, that's what I hate about you. I thought we would have a luxurious life because you work for a major company. But you calculate every penny that we've ever spent. I can't just relax when I'm with you. You're always asking me what I've been doing.
That's because I want to be on top of our savings. I thought we were on the same page about this. Savings are important in life. If we don't save, then we won't ever have a house deposit.
I was on board at first. But then there were so many times that you told me I couldn't have what I wanted. You wouldn't let me have a shared credit card either. I always need your permission to buy the things that I want. It was like having a master.
I gave you an extra $1,000 each month to spend on yourself. It's not unreasonable for me to ask you about other large purchases. When I spend all day every day at work, it's natural for me to be a bit protective over my money.
Skincare, hair salon, manicure, pedicure, they all cost money. Not to mention my clothes. Women need money, and $1,000 is definitely not enough. You're such an idiot for not knowing that. You live in your own world sometimes.
Then tell me how much you do need. We could talk about our issues like adults.
I need at least $3,000 per month.
$3,000? You know how much I earn? I'm not a CEO, you know.
There must be some savings around somewhere. We only live in an apartment, and a small apartment at that. It's not even that nice on the inside. I can't stand living like this. I can't live with someone that's so cheap. I feel poor.
There's no need to be rude. I thought we talked about this. We stayed at the apartment so that we could save money to buy a house in the future. I thought you were looking forward to us buying a house together.
Don't you realize that I was forced to say that? What else could I have done? I've wanted to get out of that apartment for a long time now. I thought I would get a lot of spending money once we got married, so I pretended to not care about it at the beginning. Otherwise, why would I marry an ugly person like you in the first place?
That's the worst thing anyone's ever said to me. I've finally seen the real you. And you're an awful person.
The real me? You should be glad that you were able to marry someone like me in your lifetime.
You're definitely one of a kind, but not in a good sense.
I can't wait to get a divorce and go fix the mistakes on the divorce settlement agreement.
No, it's fine the way it is. You're the one that had an affair. So you have a moral obligation to pay me. And if you don't, I might have to go to the police and tell them about the time you got angry and threw that plate at me. I still have a scar from that, you know.
An affair? I didn't have an affair. And don't you dare tell the police about that. I was in a bad headspace that day. You told me that you forgave me.
You seem to have enjoyed your time while I was away. Clearly you weren't worried about being seen.
Did Clarissa say something to you? Oh, I can't believe her. Just because I had a guy over, that doesn't mean that I had an affair. You don't have any proof.
I heard that he's not doing too well as a performer. But he recently got a major role in a play or something.
Wait, you already know. How do you know who he is?
Also, he doesn't have much money. Seems down and out, to be honest. But he's definitely a good-looking guy. Good on you. It's a shame, really. You clearly only want money.
Shut up! He's a great guy! I'm just so shook that you know who he is. I thought I did pretty well at keeping him a secret.
The security camera at our building has footage of him in his car. I hired a private investigator to look into him, and I found out a lot about this guy. It's actually quite amazing how much the PI found out. I knew you had an affair since I've been back.
You hired an investigator? I swear, that's illegal or something.
For the past 2 weeks, I wasn't just busy with the divorce stuff. I was also waiting for the private investigator to research about this guy.
Well, that's just so messed up. If you had that kind of spending money, then you should have given it to me. I wouldn't have asked for a divorce if that was the case. And also, isn't it illegal for the landlord to show you the footage from the security camera? That's an invasion of my privacy. You can blackmail me with the plate incident, but I have dirt on you too.
She only showed me the video because a random car was parked at my parking space. She wanted to know if that was someone I knew. She was just doing her job as a landlord, so you haven't got anything on me.
I just can't believe that the two of you were spying on me. I feel violated. That's why I hated that place. I could never get any privacy. I wasn't free to do what I wanted to do.
Would you have asked for a divorce if things had not worked out between you and him?
That's none of your business.
Well, that's too bad then. That guy was just playing you anyways. He was only being sweet to you because you were giving him money.
You're lying. Jamal loves me.
I thought you loved me too, but the reality is harsh. You're finally getting a taste of your own medicine, aren't you? I trusted you, but you betrayed my trust. I never thought you'd be in this situation. He knows about our situation and the alimony. I'm sure he's done with you now.
I don't believe you. Wait a second. Jamal has been ignoring my messages. He wouldn't. We were supposed to meet up today.
I met up with him just before I contacted you. He blocked you from his contacts.
Blocked me? He's going to leave me? Just like that?
I guess so.
Well, we agreed to pay the rent for our place together.
I don't think he's going to be going back to that place anymore. You've made yourself all alone by playing all of these games.
Philip, I'm really sorry for everything. I think I've made a huge mistake. Can't we talk through this? We don't need to get a divorce. Let's rethink this.
No, I've already made up my mind. I don't have any intention of getting back together with you. I'm done with you. We're over.
I'm not going to pay you anything. We haven't been married for that long. We don't even have that much stuff to split up.
You knew that before you asked for this divorce. You have all of our appliances, and you've taken all the money that I've sent you. That's enough for me, isn't it? I'm not giving you any more. But you owe me money. This is a two-way street.
I can't afford to pay you anything. Oh, I'm truly sorry. Can't you forgive me again this time? Philip, can we just talk about this? I want to talk to you in person.
I'll only get more angry if I see you. If you want to talk to me, I would prefer it were through our lawyers. You can go find yourself a man that will pay for your luxurious life.
No, wait. I don't want to lose you. We can fix this. It's not over yet.
No, I'm done. I'm not getting involved with people like you anymore. You're poison and you know it. I don't love you anymore. And that's that. Joanne and I got a divorce. I told my in-laws about what happened, and they were livid with Joanne. Joanne didn't have the money to pay what she owed in the divorce, so her parents had to pay for her. Her parents wanted nothing to do with her from now on. And neither did her boyfriend. Joanne was frustrated that she was betrayed by Jamal, so she went online and wrote about her relationship with him. The news got big, and it turned into a big mess. Jamal lost his job because of it. Jamal sued Joanne for the invasion of his privacy. And things only got worse for Joanne. I guess this is karma? With Clarissa's help, I was able to find a new place to live and start a new life. Even though the closest person to you can betray you one day, you will discover who your real friends are. Life can be cruel at times, but that's only a very minor part of our life. I want to be able to help others, just like how Clarissa has helped me.